Hello. Does the microphone work? I sure hope so. Hello, welcome to another That's Just Joe live stream. I'm Joe, and that's about it. But that's not about it. It's 2025. Happy New Year to everyone. Hope you had a wonderful holiday, whatever you were celebrating. And cheers. Oh. This isn't sponsored, but Robinson's Wicked Glinda Mix, Outstandiful Berry, is probably the best squash going right now. Only for a limited time at the moment. I'm going to get this signed by Ariana Grande and make a few bucks so I can buy more of this stuff. Anyway, I thought coming into Christmas, there wouldn't be much news. Yeah, we got a Superman trailer. That's cool and everything, but there wouldn't be much going on. But holy crap, the world is just going insane. In real life, obviously, what's happening in Los Angeles, LA, the fires and everything is absolutely horrible. So huge love to everyone out there. Hope people are safe. It's horrible. It's literally like Armageddon, just seeing it. And just thoughts and prayers, I guess, to everyone out there. It's good to hear, people are letting each other know that they're safe and everything, but this situation doesn't seem like it's ending anytime soon. So lots of love to everyone affected by the fires there in LA. But, in terms of, pretend stuff, in terms of comic book movie news and everything, there's been quite a bit. Now, obviously, I am sick and tired of going back and forth on this subject. I really am. And it's all about, will Robert Pattinson's Bruce Wayne, the Matt Reeves verse, all of that, will that be part of the DCU? And, there's been a few trip-ups and everything, like, Gunn clarified this 2 years ago and everything, and, it'll be fine. Like, it's not going to happen. It's looking more likely. And like I did in my last video, which you can go check out on my channel, there is some sort of discussion happening behind the scenes. And if you've seen my videos before, I'm kind of open to it. Like, I'm absolutely fine with them bringing in Pattinson. But I do think Matt Reeves needs to finish his trilogy first. Then they can think about Pattinson coming into the DCU. But the problem is that after Superman, and obviously it would be really successful and everything, people are going to want to see those characters interact ASAP, especially me. I am 30. I could not wait 10 years for another Batman. I might not be here. And if the Pattinson rumor is true, it looks like they're holding back. Now, James Gunn usually comes on Twitter and denies loads of stuff, like he does. He just course corrects everyone, understandably. And I'm one of those people that think James Gunn shouldn't have Twitter, shouldn't get involved in these conversations. He should just stay out of it. He really, really should. But he has not said a thing about this DCU Batman situation. Now, Boba Talks is one of my favorite content creators. He does so many breakdown videos for DC shows. He talks about the Batman nearly every single week, I think. And he's been quite vocal on Twitter about my glorious Pookie Bear King. Hey, Derpy, Happy New Year, dude. Hope you had a lovely holiday and everything. I don't know if you've just joined, but I just talking about DCU Batman. Obviously, feels like we're going back and forth with this. And to be honest, I don't want to even make any more videos of any more rumors coming out of the rumor gate. But I was just saying, Boba Talks has done a great breakdown video, because Matt Reeves didn't deny that the talks are happening, and he basically said, if it's possible. But I think Reeves should do his films, and then we should and then James Gunn can decide what he wants. But I can't wait ages for a new Batman in the DCU. I just can't do it. But in developing news, continuing that, is Andy Muschietti, who directed The Flash and was due to direct Batman the Brave and the Bold, the DCU Batman and Robin, and so on, has done a lot of interviews recently, and he's kind of been a bit skewed in... I don't know what this camera's doing. He's been kind of skewed in what he's talking about. Not long ago, he talked about that he is on the project, and just I think it was yesterday or the day before, he was saying... that you know, the Brave and the Bold is still happening, and Robert Pattinson is not the DCU Batman. But what was really interesting, and this came out today, was Muschietti. I mean, let's just look at back. So I'm using DC Film News here because I follow them, so they're reporting on this. But there is a Batman that everyone knows in the Batman that belongs in the new universe. The Batman of Matt Reeves is obvious; he's not from the new universe. So there, he's kind of clarifying that Robert Pattinson's Batman isn't the DCU Batman. But there has been a thing coming out. And again, Muschietti talk about the status of the Brave and the Bold. There are good intentions for now. The studio wants to do the film with me, and I want to do it as well. We are talking about ideas and about the story and the tone, you know, all this. So it's like, oh, okay, fair enough. Like, you know, maybe Andy's right. You know, there's no way Pattinson's joining the DCU as that Batman. But one of the weirdest things that came out, and this is from Everything DCU, is this quote, and it's Andy Muschietti says he had conversations with James Gunn about the Brave and the Bold story and concept, but he claims he hasn't spoken to Gunn since before Superman started filming. This rumour of Pattinson joining the DCU came out quite a good few months ago, and it's been building and building and building. Because apparently behind the scenes, Zaslav and creatives at Warner Brothers and DC Studios are like, we can't have two competing Batmans. We can't have two competing Batmans. Get Pattinson on the screen. And I'm sure James Gunn is like defending. He's like, no, we can't do it. Da, da, da. But the more I think about it, and this is just me personally, the more I think about it, the more I think it's possible. I do. I really do. I think it's a possibility, and I see so many people going, the tone doesn't match, and oh my god, have you not seen the Superman trailer when the kaijus fight Superman? That wouldn't work in the Batman world. The whole point of the DCU is that every project isn't the same tone, isn't the same thing. Gunn is trying to keep true to the comic book source material, and they're very much like that. But I think there's so many conversations happening about it. What I believe is happening is they want Pattinson as that Batman, but they're trying to figure out how to do it. Are they going to continue the Reeves Batman? Is this a new variant of a Robert Pattinson Batman? I mean, that could be a possibility, but there's just so many conflicting reports and nothing from Gunn. And Muschietti is kind of stirring the pot a little bit. And there's just no denial. There's no clarification. So it's all just a bit of a weird bag at the moment. But yes, what I think is happening is they're still discussing what to do with Batman. And I don't believe the Brave and the Bold is a go-ahead anymore. I don't think it's going to happen. Do you know what? It's like the DCU times all again. You know, I am a bit worried if they introduce a DCU Batman in a Superman film again. If the second film is World's Finest, then we're just back at Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice levels. We just are. And I'm really concerned about that. I really am. But, I'm not the creative, so I'll just leave them to it. They might pull it off. They might do it better than Snyder and all that did, which is fine. But I am a little concerned what's going on behind the scenes. There seems to be so much fighting. But that Josh Horowitz interview kind of, I see a lot of people arguing and saying that Matt Reeves didn't say it's happening, or they're talking about it. He was just clarifying, but I don't know. There's something going on, Derpy. There's something going on. And I know a lot of people are going to be upset if Pattinson joins the DCU, but I know there's going to be a lot of people happy. And again, I'm kind of like, fine. Absolutely fine. And I think what's really frustrating for Gunn and his creative team, if this is all happening behind the scenes, is realistically they have to wait until Superman comes out. Because if Superman is a bomb, then they don't want to connect the Batman to the DCU, because it's done. Like, the DCU's done at that point. And I've been one of those people that think Warner Brothers DC Studios shouldn't be doing a cinematic universe. It's only at the behest of David Zaslav and that Wanta universe. I'd rather see separate projects like we got with the Batman currently, and Joker. We don't talk about Joker 2. But, the really interesting concepts and really, like, just solo things, not relying on a wider cinematic universe. But Gunn has clarified, like, nothing, bits and bobs connect, but not everything. And I do like that idea that it's in the same universe, but it doesn't have to, you don't have to watch the next film or TV show to understand what's happening and, all that. I'm dehydrated today. But it's funny. It's funny what's going on. I don't really get what's going on. And but we can just go in circles with this, and I think we're going to be going in circles with it for quite a while. But to take note, and the guy's a bit weird and everything, but I have been watching the Hot Mic quite a lot, and there's a new episode tonight, and they'll be talking about the Matt Reeves interview on the Golden Globes thing, because they haven't spoken about it since. And Jeff Snyder, again, he's a bit weird, but I think his sources and his sort of predictions are pretty good. I really like John Roker, by the way. I think he's fantastic. And he did have a go at me once, which is a bit of a bummer, but that's fine. Like, you can do that. You can have an opinion, even though it's wrong. But yeah, no, it's really, really weird what's going on behind the scenes. But God, this wait for Superman is killing me. It's killing me, because I am really looking forward to this Superman film, and I'm sure everyone else is. But it's like the longer we wait, about the news of who's Batman, it's like, what is the DCU? Because Gunn has been vocal about that the Trinity is the DC, is DC. And, you got to bring in Batman. Like, you just do, for it to all make sense. I'm someone that wants Jake Gyllenhaal as Batman, but that's me. You need to watch Creature Commandos. I do, man. I do. But I am going to wait till it comes out here legally. And I'm going to watch it on my big TV. And the thing is, they will probably release it all in one when it comes out. So I'm going to set a day aside where I just sit down, grab the popcorn, watch Creature Commandos. I mean, the unfortunate thing is, because I'm quite active on Twitter or X or what you want to call it, I've seen most of the posts of scenes and everything, and I've watched bits. And, it looks like a good show, but a lot of people are saying the ending wasn't great. And it's probably the worst thing James Gunn has written. Not like the worst thing ever, but out of his sort of credits and everything of all his projects, it's not brilliant, but that doesn't mean the DCU ends with Creature Commandos. Can you imagine? But yeah, no, I don't know what's going on. I think Pattinson wants to be the DCU Batman. I think he wants it. Like I said before, this guy, he's just got married, he's just had his first kid. What a better world to have a 10-year contract to play Batman in all these projects, and then at the end of it, they can kill him off, Bruce Wayne, and then he can live the rest of his life and retire from acting. He's not one of those arty-farty people, surprisingly, because a lot of the projects he used to do were quite Good Time, and there was that space one as well. Not Mickey 17 coming up, but there was other stuff. And yeah, it's like I would get Pattinson wanting to do it, and also he's a bit of a fan, and I think he'll find it cool being on screen with Superman and everything. I think that's kind of cool. But yeah, I mean, another interesting thing Matt Reeves did say was in the Batman Part 2, the villain he's hoping will be surprising. I saw a really good theory that it's going to be similar to Batman the Imposter, which is actually written by the co-writer of the Batman and this next one, whereas someone basically dresses up as Batman. And it's a bit of a mixture on the Man Who Laughs and everything. I think that'd be really cool. Like, if we get a completely different villain. I mean, I swear to God, if it's Joker, I'm fucking rioting. Well, here's the thing. Batman is year 2 Batman. The DCU Batman has 15 years of service behind the belt. Yeah, Derpy, I've seen this, but apparently the quote from Creature Commandos is taken out of context. Which is, I was trying to find the tweet regarding that to Boba Talks, but he's deleted the bloody tweet. But I could see Kay's reply. So, no disrespect, Boba, but again, just because he became Thesaurus 15 years ago doesn't mean Batman stopped him that same year. His rise to the top of crime could have taken years, not to mention he had to track down everyone tied to his wife and child's murder. Batman probably wasn't active when he became Thesaurus. Thesaurus? So, and apparently... The DCU Batman would likely have been active for about 10 to 12 years, placing him in the 35, 37-year-old range. That's only 6 years older than Superman at the most. I agree. I think he'll be 36 in Brave and the Bold, but that's only 4 years older than Superman because but DCU Batman should be old, around 45. We already have a young Batman. Oh, my God. I don't think Gunn cares. I don't think he cares about continuity. I think it was just a line written. They were like, yeah, that would do. And remember, this was all done before all this talk about Robert Pattinson. So, yeah, it's just... I mean, I'll be honest. I don't like this casting. I don't like the whole Alan Richardson casting thing. I think it's rubbish. That's just my personal opinion. So yeah, Boba Talks is getting a bit of flack for like defending, basically saying Pattinson's not going to be in the DCU, but it's just, you can't rely on a cartoon. You can't. You really can't. I really like the Brandon Kellner. Oh, it's Brandon Kellner. I got that completely wrong. Alan Richardson is the Reacher guy, isn't it? Don't like that casting at all. You need to have a really good actor. If it's a new Batman in the DCU, you have to have a really good actor. So I don't know. I have to warn you, I am really tired right now. I'm in my gym kit, not because I went to the gym, it's because I was cleaning my house. So, you know. And I just went to the McDonald's in my gym kit and ate 2 burgers, so that was good. So sorry if I'm a bit slow. That's why I want Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah, but I don't think Jake would do it. I can see Jake playing... what's his name? God, Jake would have been a good Robin when he was younger, wouldn't he? Yeah, he is. No, he is. I think there was one casting I did like. But I don't think he's quite... He looks a bit too Arnie Hammery. But I thought Rob Pattinson was a weird casting choice, to be honest, and that worked. Oliver Jackson Cohen from Haunting of Hill House. I think he's a really good actor. He was great in Haunting of Hill House. And I think he's about the right age, isn't he, as well? He's 38. Oh, he's from London. I didn't know that. But and he was in The Invisible Man. I thought he was really good in that. So he's played the playboy sort of thing, but more of a psychotic playboy guy. I think that would be nice casting. That'd be something very different. But that's just me. I think it's going to be a British actor. I don't think it'll be an unknown like Corin Sweat. I know Corin Sweat's not technically an unknown, but yeah, man, I don't know what's going on with DC. It's weird. It's just the longer we have no clarification, the more annoying it gets. That wouldn't be bad. Thank you, Derpy. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, he was really good at Haunting a Hill House and Invisible Man and everything. And I think my wife has seen him as something else and said he's a good actor. And I think I even mentioned to her he'd be good Batman. So yeah, maybe just someone. So he's not really an unknown, but he's done stuff. Like he's done stuff that people recognise him from. So yeah, I think that's a possibility. Oh, God, I was so ready for this live, and now we've just hit a massive wall, but I'm fine. But I think with Batman, you need name attached. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, the biggest surprise for me was that this came true, the Jason Momoa news, the Lobo. We've known about this for about over a year, and they finally kind of went, yeah, let's do it then. Let's announce it. I think it's really interesting adding Lobo to Supergirl. I thought Lobo would be a replacement of, is it Krem, the villain in the comic? So I was quite surprised by that. But no, apparently they do have a Krem in it. So I think it's just going to be, not cameo, but literally he posted a video of him holding 2 pieces of paper. So it might literally just be a cameo. But yeah, man, DC's in a weird place at the moment. We're just all waiting for Superman and just hoping it does well. And there's been rumors about test screenings and everything going bad and all that, but man, there's been bad test screenings for really good movies, so I can't base an assumption on that. So yeah. I really want Sam Raimi to direct Batman Brave and Bold. That's not a bad shout, actually. Especially if we're going into the fantastical elements. That would be really cool, actually. Sam Raimi doing that. I like that idea, Derpy. I don't think he'll do it. I think James Gunn is going to direct it. That is the honest truth. Or, can you imagine if they try and get Matt Reeves to do it? Even if it is a new DCU Batman, can you imagine if Matt Reeves directs Brave and the Bold? That'd be insane. Big news on TikTok. TikTok will be shutting down in the US by January 19th unless the Supreme Court blocks or delays a ban. Just fucking stupid, isn't it? It's ridiculous. The other thing I want to talk about is a lot of people are like that. There's rumors circulating, and Andy Muschietti is not doing Brave and the Bold, and I kind of believe that because I don't feel the Flash did very well. But the reason they're not announcing it, and I've been saying this to a few people, is because he has a TV show coming up from Warner Brothers on Max, which is the Welcome to Derry, the It prequel. So. Yeah, I wouldn't mind Gunn doing it either because it's based off Morrison Run. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so Cardiff carries on that what he did with Superman, basically. Yeah, that's a good point, Dubs. But yeah, no, Andy Muschietti's doing this, so Warner Brothers aren't going to be like, guys, he ain't doing it because, creative differences. Because he's got a fucking show coming out. Why would they do that? If you hear director's bad and then you hear they got a project coming out, you're not going to go watch it, are you? That's only if you're, really into it, basically. Like, into knowing who's doing what and everything. But, I'm looking forward to the prequel show. I'm sure it'd be good. Right. I'm trying to find other news now. With the Morrison Run, literally the first issue, there's a frog as a villain. Yeah, I know, man. I read the first few pages of the Grant Morrison Run, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" It's kind of insane. I'm just trying to find. That's what I'll talk about quickly. Mr. Terrific. I'm really excited for this character. The more promo I've seen of him and everything, I'm just like, I'm looking forward to this guy's performance. Like, I think he's going to be a very deadpan superhero. Like, he's going to be very serious and being like, yo, Superman, we can do what the fuck we want. We ain't doing it your way, bitch. Like, I think that's what Mr. Terrific's going to be like, but then he joins forces with Superman. I think Mr. Terrific is going to be a huge part of Superman. Yeah, Gunn's good at animals and everything, isn't he? But just one more thing on the DCU Batman thing. Just one more thing before I go on to other little bits. Because I'm going to have to wrap this up early because I'm so tired. Oh, God. I need to rethink when I do these lives, man. Because I need to do them at good times in the day. I need to schedule them. But Juriel made a good point here. They said, back it up, Pattinson's going to be DC's Batman. He could have said it separate like before, but the answer here is totally different. I mean, I love the Batman and Pattinson, but I don't think he fits well in the DCU. That's my opinion. It's just like Matt Reeves didn't say no, like he said before. Yeah. It's a weird one. Just see if there's any news. We need to have a watch party for New Frontier. Yeah, definitely, man. What's got a show? Through life. Dum dum. Dum dum. I watched Wicked again the other day. It's really good. It's really good. It's a really good film. I like it. I like it a lot. Right, Star Wars. So I have not been watching Skeleton Crew because I'm waiting for it all to come out and I'm just going to watch it all in one. That's kind of my sort of plan because I'm not desperate to watch it, but I'm hearing great things about it, which is really cool, which is really, really cool. But we got some news about the James Mangold film, Star Wars movie about the origins of the First Jedi. It's set 25,000 years before the Skywalker saga. James Mangold said, I'm not interested in being handcuffed by so much lore at this point that it's almost immovable and you can't please anybody. And he's got a point. He can do something really original, but you can't be using the same technology they use in the sequel trilogy to tell a story that's set 25,000 years before. You can't do that. So it's going to have to be completely different. That was the thing with The Acolyte. I really liked The Acolyte, but I was like, this is just the prequels. Like, there's nothing... I don't know how many years it was set before Phantom Menace. I think it was 1,000, something like that. Or was it like 100 or something? So actually, if it's 100, then that's fine. But I didn't really understand the timestamp of Acolyte. But I think Mangold's film will do good, and I think it's actually going to happen, which is quite a surprise because the Star Wars film releases never happen. Like, I've been dying for a Star Wars film for quite a while. Yes, we have the TV shows and everything, and, Skeleton Crew is apparently doing really well, and I'm going to watch that, but holy shit, like, it's been a long time since we had a Star Wars film. 2019 was the last time we had a Star Wars film. Isn't that insane? That's insane to me. But in other Star Wars news, there is going to be no more progression on Obi-Wan Kenobi and the Book of Boba Fett. Thank fuck for that, on the Book of Boba Fett. I think Obi-Wan Kenobi was a missed opportunity to be a film. I really think they tripped there. And it could have been bigger, big budget and everything. But I do really like Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I'm probably going to watch it again very soon because I do enjoy it. But one of the big things that came out of Forbes a couple of days ago was Disney maybe making a Knights of the Old Republic show. Don't do a show. Do a film. Stop with the Disney Plus shows. I thought it was a great idea first. I think Mandalorian is perfect as a TV show. And I thought the Book of Boba Fett was going to be good. And I thought Ahsoka would be good. Ahsoka was good. It was just too short. It's just not a lot happened. But they're thinking on Knights of the Old Republic TV show. I'm sorry, but they just did The Acolyte and they cancelled it because people complained about 2 black women in it. Like, what the fuck are they going to do with Knights of the Old Republic? It's like, oh god, they're gonna put a black woman in it, and they'll be like, oh, no one likes it, we should cancel it. Like, that's what's gonna happen. I don't know. With Donald Trump coming into bloody presidency now, it's just all screwed, isn't it? It's just like the whole fucking system is screwed. It's like, what is the point? So Disney, Disney, TV was in a weird place. Mandalorian is apparently about to end with first actual Star Wars movie since 2019's Rise of Skywalker. Ahsoka is getting season 2, but is likely a full 3 years after season 1. What the fuck are we doing? This is the problem with TV shows, and when they wait, it's like Severance season 2. I was really excited for season 2, and obviously it got delayed and delayed and delayed. Then they filmed it, and it took ages to film, and now they've released it. I don't remember what happened in season 1. You can put me up previously, but I won't remember. The shit takes too long. The only show I can remember well is Andor, because it's structurally a very good series, and I can remember every beat in that. So season 2 is going to be an easy watch for me. But you can't be doing this with so many TV shows. You can't be going, yeah, let's do one, film it, release it. Oh, people like it? Okay, let's take 4 fucking years to develop it. So Andor is returning for season 2 this year, but that's a hard ending. It leads straight into Rogue One. Love Rogue One, by the way. Nothing in the works regarding new episodes of Obi-Wan Kenobi, Book of Boba Fett. That's obvious. God, Book of Boba Fett was a pile of shit. It was awful. Is there alcohol in my drink? Because I'm just going on a swearing rant now. It's awful. It's one of the worst shows I've ever seen. Apart from the Mandalorian episode. But it's genuinely, it's like, I can't go and watch it again. I was so excited for it. But no. The Acolyte was cancelled without getting a season 2. Huge mistake. Huge mistake. I loved The Acolyte. Skeleton Crew is still ongoing and has received lots of praise, but viewership appears low, and it still has a $136 million budget. It's unclear if it's performing well enough to return. I don't think Skeleton Crew is coming back. I think literally Skeleton Crew ends, and they go, back to the movies, guys. Back to the movies. Let's get Star Wars back in the cinema. And I think the Mandalorian Grogu film is going to do really well. I think people are going to miss these characters. And if someone out there is like, what's a Mandalorian and Grogu? Then they're lying. Because it literally since 2019, this has been a show that people absolutely love. Iconic, Baby Yoda. I can't point backwards. But yeah, it's iconic. You don't have to be a massive fan. You know what these characters are. You know what they are. So I think it's going to do really well. Mandalorian Grogu. The Rey film with Shamina Boyd, is it? What's going on there? The whole Rey film. Oh fuck it, this one. When they announced all these Star Wars films at Star Wars Celebration, whilst I was there, but wasn't in the auditorium because there was a stupid ass lottery system. They announced all these films. So they announced the Filoni film, the sort of heir to the Empire thing, which I could see still happening. Or it gets re-engineered into Ahsoka Season 2. I'm not quite sure how that's going to work because we're not getting a newest season of Ahsoka for a while. So it's like, when is this heir to the Empire? The James Mangold film, which is definitely happening. I don't think they'd fuck with Mangold because he's quite a specific director, lightly putting it. The Rey film, it's just like they announced this in 2023. Was it 23 or 22? Oh god, I don't remember when I went. I think it was 23. It's fucking insane that they announced that and nothing has happened. Nothing. I feel one of the best Star Wars projects that got announced but never been made, and might be in development still, might not be in development, is the... Oh, okay, you're just going to pan down. Okay, let's hold that hand up. There we go. I think the best one was Rogue Squadron. Is this camera serious right now? It's actually being a pain in the ass. Go up. Go up! Don't show my messy room, you bastard. Absolute disaster, this streaming service. Yeah, was the... It's still doing it. Where are you detecting your hand? Okay. My camera is going insane. Yeah. Was the Rogue Squadron film. That's what I was really looking forward to. I thought the Rogue Squadron film was a good idea. And it was perfect timing because Top Gun and everything. But yeah, Patty Jenkins did a shit job with Wonder Woman. So they fired her ass and stopped development on it. Derpy, I kind of want Clooney back as DCU Batman, but since The Flash flopped, no, I don't want George Clooney as DCU Batman. Hell no. No, there's too much. There's too much bad memories there for people. They will not come in their droves. The Flash thing was just a bit that was filmed when the new gun was coming in. That's what was happening. I was one of those people that were happy with Keaton being the DCU Batman, the DCEU Batman going forwards, and Affleck leaving the role. I was happy with that. I thought that was a really good idea. But Gunn came in and was like, hell no. Let's bring in Robert Pattinson. Yeah. But anyway, just finishing off Star Wars. My camera is going mental. I don't know what its problem is. It basically thinks I keep holding up my hand. Let's just yeah, let's do that. There we go. I turned it off. There you go. Sorry, I'm just gonna turn my camera off for 2 seconds. There you go. So my camera's off for a bit. Just give me a sec. Okay. Activate. Right. Nah, it's still messing up. What are you doing? Stop. Sorry guys, I've got to sort this because this is just such a pain in the ass. Turn off the gesture settings. What are you doing? Stop. Camera's broken. Something's go. Oh, you can see my belly. It's lucky I'm wearing stuff. Yeah, something going on with my camera. Oh, so annoying. Don't look. Don't look at my belly. God, this is going really well. I started this year off and I was like, gonna make loads of changes to the channel. It's gonna be more professional. And that's not happened, so I'm just checking my camera because it kept flashing basically, and that means it's detecting gestures, and I'm like, I'm not gesturing. I'm literally talking. Okay, we'll see if that survives. But yeah. Right. So yeah, what was I saying? Star Wars. Yeah. I need another film. I need another Star Wars film. That's what I need. What else was I going to talk about? Marvel. So there was a rumor going around that Black Panther's been recast, and that's a huge hocteur. Not cryptocurrency, but a spit in the face to Chadwick Boseman. Personally, I think they shouldn't recast that role. The whole point of Wakanda Forever was to pay tribute to Chadwick, and also the ending of the film, spoiler, is his son is introduced, and he's called T'Challa. So I think the thinking there was when this boy grows up, he'll be called T'Challa. He'll basically be T'Challa, but he'll be the son of T'Challa. So I've never said T'Challa so many times, but I think that's why they did that in Wakanda Forever, as a sort of, you know, ghost replacement of Chadwick. But it was nicely done. It was subtle. And I kind of liked Shuri as Black Panther until I found out she was a big COVID denier and all that. So it's really weird. Marvel's in a really weird place. And I've only just discovered, literally yesterday, that Captain America 4, Brave New World, or whatever it's called, is coming out in February. It's literally coming out in about just over a month's time. And I have no idea. I thought this was like a summer film. I thought this was coming out, but, you know, they got Superman and Fantastic Four. But I was really surprised by this. I was like, this comes out really soon. I mean, Fantastic Four is going to be... I mean, it's got to be good, right? Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal is my top choice. Fair enough. Fantastic Four comes out 25th July, so about a week after Superman. Ooh, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be really interesting. But with the Black Panther news, you know, there was that sort of what's his name? Denzel Washington kind of came out and said, yeah, talking to Ryan Coogler about being in Black Panther 3. And it was like, what? You're talking about Black Panther 3? Marvel's in a weird place right now. And I think what I found the weirdest is that I haven't seen much of Kevin Feige, who I think is steering the ship, obviously, and trying to rethink the strategy with the Marvel Universe. Obviously, they did the announcement at last year's San Diego Comic-Con of Robert Downey Jr. returning. Chris Evans is supposedly returning. I think Scarlett Johansson will be in that mix. I think there's a lot going on. There's a lot of controlling. That's not the right word to use right now. I was about to say controlling fires, but like just kind of. What's it called? What's the word? Derps, help me out. What's the word when you trying to get control of everything? Basically, what's it called? Damage control. That's what it is. Damage control. There's a lot of damage control going on at Marvel, but I think Fantastic Four has a chance of kind of turning that around. My biggest worry is Spider-Man 4, because Tom Holland came out a couple of months ago and was like, yeah, it's really good. I'm going to be involved. I'm going to be exec producing. My production company is going to be a part of it. The script's really good. We're really happy. Can't wait to start filming. And then you hear it's being completely rewritten, and you're like, what the fuck is going on with this Spider-Man film? Just make it a ground-level Spider-Man film. None of this multiverse bullshit. As much as I like it, but none of that. Just get Daredevil, Kingpin, get fucking Craven if you want, and just make a good Spider-Man movie. It's not hard. Yeah, but I think that's the problem at the moment, is that Kevin Feige is trying to be like, I don't think this works anymore. You know, times are changing and everything. I think they're scared of Superman. I'm being honest. I think they know Superman is huge right now. I mean, did you see the views on the trailer? And all the Snyder fans are like, yeah, but, you know, Man of Steel. No one cares about Man of Steel. Shut up. If you care about Man of Steel, go and watch a Henry Cavill film. They're awful. 51 million. 3 weeks ago. People are talking about this movie. There are normies talking about this movie. My dad was a bit against it. He was like, why is there a dog in it? What? Have you read a Superman comic? Did you watch Crypto the Superdog? I literally got the intro up for him and he was like, what the fuck is this? And I was like, I used to watch it. He was like, I don't remember you watching that. I was like, you're never home. So yeah. Oh god, yeah. So yeah, no, it's great. But I do think Marvel. I think Secret Wars is the big reset, isn't it? I do. I think they have to do story wise a big reset. I think that's what's happening. That's really cool. It's kind of cool because I think that the idea is that the MCU's concentration will be the X-Men. And I can't wait for new X-Men content. I loved the original films. I've loved all the bad films. I used to watch X-Men Evolution as a kid. People were like, did you watch the animated series in 96? No, I didn't. Because I could barely string a fucking sentence together. But yeah, X-Men Evolution I remember really loving before seeing really the X-Men films or remembering them. I think what's missing is a good Hulk film. Where is the good Hulk film? But there is rumours going around that it's being discussed at the moment that they're thinking of a World War Hulk movie. I mean, this is my time to shine. Hello, who's gone a bit weird at the moment. So it's possible. But I think they're really missing a trick with Hulk. And it's such a shame what they did to that character. I personally love She-Hulk. I do. I think it's a very different project Marvel's done. And this is what people want, though. They want Marvel to take risks and do different things. They do it, and then they complain because there's a woman dropping her ass or whatever. Like, it is weird. It just there's so many incels watching these things, and they're like, ugh, what is that? So there's a lot of that going on at the moment. So yeah. Oh man. So yeah. So sorry the live hasn't been as today. But I promise to get my energy levels back up for future content. I'm trying to think of a show or a new channel where I can do this content and just kind of strategize it correctly. Because this is just my channel. This is just where I can chill and talk to people like you, Derpy, and people joining and everything. But, you know, it's going to be an interesting year, 2025, because I think it's going to be the year where I go, should I just keep doing this or not? I'm not going to give up on it too quick, but I need to get my shit together. I need to get my shit together. I need to make more content. I need to think about how to strategize everything. It's really interesting doing this YouTube business and everything, because I used to be an OG YouTuber. Like, I used to be, like, when it first came out. That's how old I am, kids. I used to be really into making YouTube videos. And obviously, as I've got older, I haven't fallen out of love with it. I'm just not as creative as I used to be, because my job in real life is being a creative. I'll probably never say what I do for work, but my job involves that, and I'm exhausted from doing that. So when it comes to doing videos, I mean, this used to be me as a kid. I probably won't play the sound. I actually found out the intro to this video, the intro with the music used to be is a coffee machine ad now, but this used to be me. That was me as a kid. Enjoying making stupid things. This was a blog, and I thought it was really funny. And it was a weird time in my life, this. Oh, God, I haven't had a drink yet, so I can't go into that. But But I used to love making content. I used to love making YouTube videos. But to be honest, like as the years have passed and content has changed, and I can just sit down with a microphone and talk about nerdy stuff and everything and hope people enjoy my content. That's all I need. But I do think 2025 is going to be a year where I kind of explore new avenues and everything. Look at that. Look at that. Joseph's blogs. Joseph's bloggers. Can't spell. Can't even cut me out there, but this is me just doing stupid stuff, man. I'm filming my street. Like, that's so unheard of. Like, someone could have found me. Oh my god, look, the kids, look, we used to have DVDs in my day. Didn't have any of the streaming bollocks. We used to have PC games on disc. That was my backpack at school. I was obsessed with Heath Ledger's Joker. So he's my background there. I was obsessed. And this TV screen was my computer. That's the most insane part of it. But this is how I used to go on my computer. Damn, I'm getting quite emotional now. But look. This is literally what I'm doing right now. The only difference is it's been a long time. I'm trying to think when this was made, to be honest. Let me have a look. God, resolution 640 by 480. Bloody hell. Frame rate 30. It's kind of brought some memories back. Wasn't a good time in my life. September 2008. Man. What was that? Wait. 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 15 years, 14 years ago. Damn, that's another life, man. But I'm literally doing there what I do now. Jeez. And this is when I was going through my friends' YouTube accounts and saying I love these people. Oh my god, I used to really fancy this girl. I just really fancy this girl. And that's me. That's us in the Apple shop. Trying out the Mac. That's so funny. Ryan Sampson. Oh my god. Look how old YouTube was, man. That used to be YouTube. 4x3. The subscribe button there. You had rating. Views. You had a flag, playlist, favorite, share. More from this channel. And then related videos. God almighty. Oh, it's all changed, doesn't it? It really has changed. I think that's me down there. J666 Jake, yeah. But yeah, man. Sorry, I completely went off piece there. But what I want to do is kind of just strategize my content. It's kind of the plan. We'll see. But I've had a lot of... Yeah, no, I haven't had a lot of fun. To be honest, it's been quite hard doing lives at this time. It's 20 past 10. And I get tired at like 8 p.m. I had a nap today. This is what being 30 years, kids. This is what it is. Get used to it. And I think with my content, I want to be more of a relaxed person. When I started out, I was trying too hard. I just rather be myself. To be honest, the best way I work is actually working with someone. So if I could have someone on this show that I'm planning is... you know, but I mean someone physically here, by the way. Would be great. Because we just bounce off each other. But yeah, man. But I just want to say thank you to everyone that has subscribed. Like, it's been really good. Really good. Anyway, I've got to go because no one's watching. So, but thank you, Derpy, for tuning in. Thank you for anybody tuning back. I'm going to call it a night. But yeah, so lots of interesting developments. I think this year's going to be cool, and this is going to be the year where I go, yeah, this is what I'm going to do with the channel, or it's the year I go, I'm not doing this anymore. That's kind of the plan. And what I mean by not doing this anymore is making clip up content like I do. I literally press record and kind of do that. I do like streaming though. I do. It's much more relaxed than, you know, filming a video then editing it. And to be honest, I should be really going through these videos, editing them, and then putting them into a little chunk bite. Chunk bite? What the fuck am I on about? Anyway, guys, I'm going to call it the end there. But thank you for tuning in if you did. Apologies, it's a bit downer today, but it's just how I feel. So, yeah, anyway, bye-bye.